If you are new here, you've just stumbled across this channel, my name is Sarah Edwards and I used to work as a probation officer for Ministry of Justice. I worked there for over 10 years and I started out in reception, then I was a case administrator, and I've done this job that I'm talking to you about. I've worked both in Crown Court and Magistrates as an administrator, and that was my last job before I got on the probation officer training. So I'm talking from experience here. Obviously there's different ways, you don't have to do the exact path that I've done, but I just really want to share with you all because it's good to hear real people talking about how they got into their careers. So make sure that you share this with other people on your course if you're still at uni. Share this with other friends or people that you talk to that you know want to get into this career but don't know how. And I actually offer a coaching program for those of you who want to be a probation officer. So you might have been unsuccessful, or you just really want that accountability and support to know that you are on the right track. So have a look at the link in the bio. I also have a free webinar that talks to you about how to get experience, because as many of you will know, when you're completing the application forms, you really got to show how you've done lots of these things, and the best way of doing that is by having experience. It's also going to boost your confidence and make you really feel ready inside for these kind of roles. Okay, let me get into this video. So administrator, so if you've watched my previous video in this series, I've talked about case administrator for probation officers. This one is based either in Magistrates Court or Crown Court. So I'll just talk to you about my experience working in Crown Court. So I had to prepare the paperwork for the cases. So each day there will be a list of cases and I need to prepare if they needed any additional information or documents. I had to make sure that that was ready. I would also have to print that court list out and give it to the probation officers. So you are working in the probation office in the court. So your job is to provide support to the probation officers, and it will be a really small team. So when I worked there, I was supporting one probation service officer and one probation officer, and there was 2 case admins, but we swapped. This is for Crown Court. And then when I worked in Magistrate Court, there was a lot more probation service officers and probation officers and a lot more admin. So it just gives you an example of the dynamic. Working as a case admin, you really got to have high attention to detail and to be able to take initiative, because court is a fast-paced moving thing. They do not want slow people who don't know what they're doing. So this job is perfect for you if you like to take on responsibility, if you like to, act quickly and fast with things, then this is a really good job for you. Because of the assistance that is required for the probation officers in court, it will be largely much based in the court. So there probably won't be opportunities to work from home. Maybe if there's different staff that you can change with. But if you want more working from home, look for the probation officer case admin. Other roles, I'm trying to think back now because it was ages ago. You may have to, so when I was there, because I wanted to be a probation officer, I asked to sit in on their PSR interviews. The PSR is pre-sentence report. It's the report written by probation officers before someone gets sentenced. So I would ask to sit in that interview so I could see what's going on, because I just wanted to soak it all up. I would ask to go and sit in the courtroom so I could, see what's going on, like for real. Another part of your role might be giving appointments. So again, you might have to cross-check stuff on the system and give that to the people that have just been sentenced. You may have to do different checks. So if the probation officer is writing a report, again, as I've explained, things are very quick. They may have to do a report that's due on the same day. So to support them, you might have to do the checks with social services. You may have to ring different agencies to help them gather the information so that they can write their report quicker. And that's what I'm saying with taking initiative, because the more you get experience doing a role, the more you will know that these things are coming up and when people need them. You then may be tasked with other duties. So when someone has been sentenced at court, you get the result. So this person has got an 18-month suspended sentence order. You then need to put that on the system. You need a high level of attention to detail because you can't get that wrong. You need to put what has been written in court. So the probation officer, there will be a probation service officer in court that will write down the court result, and you will then have to put that on the system. It may have changed now that everything's online. So like back then, we didn't have laptops. But generally, it's the same gist of thing. You need to be able to put the right information on the system. If someone has been breached, so that is if someone has failed to attend their appointments or not followed the conditions of their community order, the probation officer can take it back to court and the court will decide what will happen next. You will need to gather all that paperwork. You may need to upload certain things on the system, request information from the police, request information from other agencies. So it's a lot of information gathering, inputting data on the system, cross-checking systems. So accuracy is like really, really, really key. So I hope that explains for you what case admin is. If you are looking for assistance with your applications, have a look at the links that I've left below, and good luck with your journey.